ranking every OG mobile game. Now, I don't think this video really needs an intro. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm ranking every OG mobile game. Like, what else do you want me to say? Heyday. Now, Heyday was okay. It was solid. Not my favorite Supercell game. You know, I like the other three better. But Clash of Clans back in the day, I did like better than Heyday. But we'll give Heyday like a C tier. I was just never on that Heyday grind. I was just never captivated by the game at all. Next, we have Doodle Jump. Now, Doodle Jump, it was kind of like a record type of game where you try to beat your personal best. Doodle Jump was a solid game. It was even an arcade as well. I don't know why I was so addicted to this as a kid, but I was. It wasn't anything revolutionary per se, but I would say it was a pretty fun game. They did add some variety to it as well. Like, they added different themes, they added skins or whatever. You know what? I fuck with that heavy. B tier. Next, we have Poe. Now, I don't know. This one's a little bit underground, a little more underground. It's basically you take care of this potato-looking thing. I don't know what this is, this blob. You have your own digital pet blob, and you take care of it. That's basically the premise of the game. C tier. The middle of the road type of game. Geometry Dash. Absolute nerd. Nerd neck. I don't know what else to say other than I grinded the hell out of this game. I was at Hexagon Force or whatever level it was called. I tried so hard, couldn't beat that level, and eventually I just quit. But the intensity of this game is crazy. If you ever get far in Geometry Dash, you'll know that shit is intense. Because for anyone that hasn't played, you have to beat the level from 0 to 100% without dying at all. So basically, when you get to 95%, your hands just start shaking uncontrollably, like as you try to beat the level. It was very intense. A tier. Bike Race. You thought I was a nerd at Geometry Dash? Bro, I had the craziest bikes in Bike Race. There were single player levels, and then you could race people in multiplayer on any level. It was random. And there were times where I crashed out when I lost, especially when the person paid to win and got the super bike. But other than that, it was still a very fun game. S tier. Mega Jump and Mega Run. I liked Mega Run better just because it was a levels format type of game, but they were still both fun. I'll give them both B tier. Mega Jump's kind of like Doodle Jump, and Mega Run is just like an action level style game. But next we have Candy Crush, which is probably unfortunately the first D tier. For all the Facebook moms out there, look, you have to wait to play the game. Why would you? I don't know. I don't get it. Yeah, they're promoting going outside and all, but like, what if you're on a long car ride and your only game is Candy Crush? Okay, that's probably not a likely scenario. You can't play it unless you buy lives. Like, that's so goofy. It was like 6 hours or something. You had to wait for your lives to recharge. Then you could play it again. That style of game does not compute with me at all. D tier. Talking Tom. I'm not feeling this one. D tier. Candy Crush and Talking Tom, I play them, yes, but I didn't really like them that much. And as a kid, I found Talking Tom super weird. And I always had nightmares about Talking Tom. I would always wake up in a cold sweat thanks to Talking Tom. Hungry Shark Evolution. Now for a more positive note, love this game. You know, I like games where there's like a grind factor. Like where you get to pause. That sounded so bad. And the better shark you had, the more fun the game was. So it just enticed you to keep going. You can basically upgrade your shark. It is like a personal best type of game, but there's upgrades, which makes it more fun. S tier. Tiny Wings. It was a good game, but there wasn't really much to it. You would just race other CPU birds. That's basically all it was. C tier. I wouldn't really spend much time on the game, unlike Hungry Shark and Bike Race. Next, we have Hill Climb Racing. I'll give this one a solid A tier. It is another personal best game, but you can upgrade your vehicle. But I don't know, the thing I liked about Hungry Shark better was it was much easier to fail on Hill Climb Racing. Literally, as soon as your car flips over, you're cooked. There's no saving you. Next, we have Crossy Road. Now, there's a much better alternative to this, which is why I'm gonna give it C tier. There's a better game out there called Smashy Road. It's way better than Crossy Road. You basically try to unlock cars. So Smashy Road, I will be giving an A tier. Crossy Road, unfortunately, is gonna get a C tier. I don't know, it's just much more boring in comparison to Smashy Road. Next, we have Dragonvale. By far the nerdiest I've ever been in a game. This is it. Dragonvale. I was level 130. I would mow the lawn at 9 years old for this game. This shit got me moving, bro. I was hustling crazy just to get gems. But yeah, I lost the file. I can't show any footage of it. It was a fun game, B tier, but it probably started my gambling addiction. That was a joke. Temple Run. I'm gonna have to give Temple Run a solid B tier. I mean, there's not really much after you play the game a couple times. It's a good game to play if you have like 5 minutes and you gotta wait for your doctor's appointment or something. But other than that, I don't know. It's not really a long car ride type of game. Jetpack Joyride. I'm gonna give it a B tier. It's kind of the same thing. Sometimes you get power-ups. I don't know. It's a little more interesting than Temple Run. But the further you go, both games, they get more intense as you go. But I would say they were both pretty good. White Tiles, I'll give an A tier just because they added so much content and different modes into the game. But the game is a pretty simple premise. You just touch tiles. That's basically it. That's the game. Clumsy Ninja. All right, this game was kind of like Poe, but you can actually move the ninja with your finger and like fling him across the screen and shit like that. I'd say it's better than Poe. I'll give it a B tier. Minion Rush. I don't have to give it an A tier. It just makes it better that there's different changes of scenery and levels. It just makes the game more fun. Dumb Ways to Die. This was honestly one of my favorite games growing up. Dumb Ways to Die was basically these WarioWare type of mini games, and you try to get the highest score possible and unlock all the characters by your train station. It was a really simple game, but I just loved it. And you bet your ass I pledged not to do dumb shit around train. And my 8-year-old brain, I think the point got across pretty well. So we'll give them Dumb Ways to Die an A tier. Subway Surfers. This game, you just jump and dodge trains, basically. It's kind of like Temple Run, see how far you can get. It was a pretty simple premise, and the graphics were visually appealing, so visually appealing enough to the point where you see it all over TikTok. Just slap some Family Guy at the top and put Subway Surfers on the bottom, and boom, you have yourself a TikTok, and add some pop-up text, and boom, that's it. Your Peter Griffin Clips account's blowing up. I fucked with it, but it's not really GOAT status, so I'll give it like a B tier. Homescapes. Now, this game, it's buns. Maybe I just don't like matching games, or maybe I don't like the tons of ads I've been seeing for this game after I die in whatever game it is. And yeah, these ads are just spammed everywhere. And any other modern matching games like Gardenscapes or Fishdom or whatever the hell it is. I don't even remember any of the names, honestly, but there's so many matching games that I don't even know the name of. That's how many ads I've been seeing for them. But they don't even advertise the game as is. And I don't like matching games either, so it's just going in the F tier. It sucks. Then you got Clash Royale and Clash of Clans. Now, I'm gonna put these two in one category. It's a straight GOAT. I still play them to this day. Like, sure, it's pay to win, but still, it's a good game. And back when I played Clash Royale in 2016, bro, I was raging. This emo right here, bro, this shit got me fuming. Like, shut the like, it would get me so mad. Like, just something about that king, man. And Clash of Clans, bro, I made it a part of my daily routine to check my base every morning. Overall, I really loved both these games. S tier. Bloons Tower Defense. Now, I know this was a computer game too, but it was also on mobile. But this game was fire. You basically go for 50+ rounds, try to defend against the balloons, and the more balloons that get past your towers, you lose HP. You try to set up the best defense possible with the monkeys, and they all have their own abilities, which makes the game even better, which allows for different types of strategies. And my strategy as a Timmy, well, I just spammed super monkeys. That's it. Although the super monkey was broken, the game was still amazing. S tier. And Bloons had so many good sequels as well, and same with Cut the Rope. Cut the Rope had some solid sequels as well. Basically, you just cut this candy off the rope and feed it to this dude, Omnom. It was basically just a puzzle game, and this game had me mad when I couldn't 3-star the level, especially those stars with the timer, bro. It would just tick down to 0, and then you almost had it. You were like a millisecond off. Ooh, that pissed me off. But it was a great game, and the sequels had their own unique gimmicks, so S tier again. My Singing Monsters. Now, this game has also been all over TikTok. It's kind of having a comeback, which I'm really happy to see because, well, I used to play this game a lot back in the day. Like, look at my islands, bro. I was such a nerd. It's one of those idle breeding games. You breed monsters together, try to get a rare one, and collect coins and complete the song on every island by collecting all the monsters. I really fucked with this game. B tier. Like, you'll catch me and the homies doing a My Singing Monsters a cappella. Like, one person will make the mammoth bum noise and it's over. Where's My Water? I liked it. I wasn't like really a nerd with this game. I just quit because the puzzles just got too tough. I don't know. Maybe I was just a dumbass. Who knows? There's probably some nerd kid out there saying to himself,
"Well, I just think your intelligence is lacking. You are not on my intellectual level. I beat every single level and 3-starred and got every single rubber ducky."
Shut your stupid ass. Nerd. Okay, I'm just kidding. It was a good game. B tier. Little Alchemy. Now, I don't see anyone talking about this game. Y'all are sleeping. Okay. I was absolutely addicted to this game. It wasn't like great or anything, but I just picked it up for a week. But it was like really addictive because, you know, you just got to get all those combinations. You know what I'm saying? I'll give it like a high C tier, low B tier. these like scenario episode games or whatever. I don't even know what to call them. But we've all seen shitty ads for these games where you just click a text bubble and then it gives you an option where it says like sleep with Bradley or stay loyal to Chadley. Like, I don't know. Why even like focus on this like made up reality and live your own? Like, it just doesn't make sense. And some of these are just straight up foul, bro. Like some of the ads, I don't even know if I can show them on YouTube. Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to sauce that one in the G tier. If I'm refusing to get gameplay for these, yeah, they're going in G tier. Word puzzle games. Some of them are eh. I mean, it's a word puzzle game. It's boring. But it's like, it's such a pathetic attempt to motivate you to download them through these ads. They would make a robot absolutely fail at the word and be like, and I guess Timmy's supposed to be like, oh my god, I can get that easy. And boom. They're playing the little fucking ad demo. I guess that's how they try to rope you in. Just by showing someone fail at the game miserably. D tier. Pokemon Go. Basically walk around outside and catch Pokemon. In 2016, guess what? Everyone was outside on their phones, glued to their screens, catching Pokemon. This game had a serious takeover, and if you see any 2016 throwback videos, you will see Pokemon Go in there. That's how much of a classic it is. It went outside the box of the typical mobile gaming field, so it was just bound to pop off from the start. And yeah, I'm gonna have to give this an A tier. It was really fucking good. Angry Birds. That was probably my first mobile game, and this was so OG to the point where I was playing it on my mom's iPad. That's how OG this game was. I didn't even have my own device to play it on first. I was like the got any games on your phone kid. But yeah, you'd basically launch birds at pigs. That was basically the premise of the game. And yeah, my aim with the launcher, it was so bad. I had that stormtrooper aim for real. Like, it was tough. I still somehow got past levels. I don't know how. I was in like grade 1. S tier. Fruit Ninja. I fucked with it, but it got really boring after like 30 minutes. And it couldn't keep my child brain stimulated. Like, it's a classic. It just got really boring after a while, so we'll place it in B tier. Plants vs. Zombies. Now this is definitely my favorite mobile game of all time. Either that or Angry Birds. I already know y'all were spawn camping this video waiting for me to talk about PvP. He's like, is he gonna talk about it? Come on, come on. But yeah, it's a fucking amazing game. And with a banger sequel. So we just gotta put that shit in S tier.